Ni Mwanzo. Go is the beginning. In the name of She, capital S, capital H, capital I, who man, Adam, named Son, S-U-N, Mother, Nature, Mother, Earth. In the name of the true begotten Son, Emmanuel, I-M-A-N-U-E-L, whose name may go with us, Matthew 1:23. In the name of the true motherland, Nigritia, Nigratia, which means land of the goals. Kiswahili, Tower of Babel, man's first tone. Amani kutoka yupo, peace from above. How y'all doing? Good to see you. Fuha wa Sabbath. Siku. Happy seventh day. Saba, S-A-B-A, number 7. T-H, Sabbath. Kiswahili, the book of life. Kitabu cha Uzima. Reading from the revelations of Emmanuel. Agano, Jipya, ya, Imanuel. Luke, chapter 15. Then all the tax collectors and the sinners drew near to him to hear him. And the Pharisees and scribes complained, saying, This man receives sinners and eats with them. So he spoke this parable to them, saying, What man of you, having 100 sheep, if he loves one of them, does not leave the 99 in the wilderness and go after the one which is lost until he finds it? And when he has found it, he lays it on his shoulders, rejoicing. And when he comes home, he calls together his friends and neighbors, saying to them, Rejoice with me, for I have found my sheep which was lost. I say to you that likewise there will be more joy in heaven over one sinner who repents than over 99 just persons who need no repentance. Or what woman, having 10 silver coins, if she loses one coin, does not light a lamp, sweep the house, and search carefully until she finds it? And when she has found it, she calls her friends and neighbors together, saying, Rejoice with me, for I have found the piece which I lost. Likewise, I say to you, there is joy in the presence of the angels of God over one sinner who repents. Then he said, A certain man had 2 sons, and the younger of them said to his father, Father, give me the portions of good that falls to me. So he divided to them his livelihood. And not many days after, the younger son gathered all together, journeyed to a far country, and there wasted his possessions with prodigal living. But when he had spent all, there arose a severe famine in that land, and he began to be in want. Then he went and joined himself to a citizen of that country, and he sent him into the fields to feed swine. And he would gladly have filled his stomach with the pods that the swine ate, and no one gave him anything. But when he came to himself, he said, How many of my father's hired servants have bread enough and to spare, and I perish with hunger? I will arise and go to my father, and will say to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before you, and I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Make me like one of your hired servants. And he arose and came to his father. But when he was still a great way off, his father saw him and had compassion, and ran and fell on his neck and kissed him. And the son said to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and in your sight, and am no longer worthy to be called your son. But the father said to his servants, Bring out the best robe and put it on him, and put a ring on his hand and sandals on his feet. and bring the fattest calf here and kill it, and let us eat and be merry. For this my son was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found, and they began to be merry. Now his oldest son was in the field, and as he came and drew near to the house, he heard music and dancing. So he called one of the servants and asked what these things meant. And he said to him, your brother has come, and because he has received him safe and sound, your father has killed the fatted calf. But he was angry and would not go in. Therefore his father came out and pleaded with him. So he answered and said to the father, lo, these many years I have been serving you. I never transgressed your commandment at anything, and yet you never gave me a young goat that I might make merry with my friends. But as soon as this son of yours came, who has devoured your livelihood with harlots, you killed the fatted calf for him. And he said to him, son, you are always with me, and all that I have is yours. It was right that we should make merry and be glad. For your brother was dead and is alive again, and was lost and is found. That's, as you can see, has a special meaning for me. Since I didn't get to grow up with my father, but God blessed me to meet my father when my father was 80 and I was 45. So, to a certain degree, I understand the parable, only to a certain degree, because I never got a chance to return to my father. But anyhow, the whole concept is to understand that his love for the one who went out and enjoyed life, in return, you don't have to worry about him ever again, because he has understood the position that he was in, and from that day forward, he would be grateful for everything. Even though the oldest son, you know, I did everything you asked me to, but he gets the cat. He gets the fatty cat. But what he was, what the young oldest son wasn't understanding was the concept of how, just like your father said, everything is yours. I'm not going to leave him everything. No, but he will follow your lead because he understands the position of having, never having. You are already understanding your position in life is to take on what I have created and make it greater. And he will have your back because now he understands where he was at. And now he will come back, but not with arrogance, with an understanding that I will not do that again. I will not disrespect my father. I will not disrespect heaven. Because the first thing he said was heaven. I disrespected heaven. See, that's what I try to tell people. You got to pay attention. The very first thing he said, I disrespected heaven, then I disrespected you. Bam. That's what he understood. Because it would it's like I was talking to this guy, and he was talking about how he knew his father was struggling, but his father, being a man, bought his daughter new school clothes. But the son got mad because he didn't get new school clothes, but he's supposed to be a man. See what I'm saying? How can you not understand that this is a woman? But then one more time, if you don't have knowledge, you understand, then you can't see. Understand? Just like the father said, I ain't worried about you. I'm not worried about you at all, because you gonna be the man that I raised up to be, but your little brother gonna be just what he is, your little brother. He went out and found out that the grass ain't greener on the other side, but he gets the chance to come back. And I'm so glad that he's back, because he was dead as far as he could. Man, please. You think that man ain't alive now? He was eating with swine, eating slop with swine. Wow. That is a drop, homie. That is a drop to go from sin, but at the same time, it's to teach us who really don't have nothing to be happy when you be blessed, so that you don't do what he did. You don't become the prodigal son, because the prodigal son was created for us to understand not to be a prodigal son, not that you going to get to be a prodigal son. See, I couldn't possibly be a prodigal son when I didn't meet my father till he was 80. I couldn't possibly be a prodigal son because I didn't meet my mother till she was 75. So as far as me being a prodigal son, it's impossible. But he blessed me with them before they left this world, so I can understand where I'm from. And it's like I keep trying to tell people, if you don't know your past, your future is really not a future. Because you always going to want to who, what, how. I don't believe in all that. If your family, if your high blood pressure and all that stuff is in the family trait, I don't believe in all that. It's all about your diet. But one more time, I, being human, wanted to know my father. I, being human, wanted to know my mother. And he, being go to goals, blessed me to know them so that I can understand the joy that this father felt, even though I'm not a father. I can understand the pain that the brother felt, even though I've never been to the position to where I had to eat with the pigs. You know what I'm saying? I never had to be where I was eating out the garbage. You understand what I'm saying? Because they got missions and stuff like that. But one more time, I understand, because I have been in line to get some food. I have been, in line to get different things and different missions. Understand what I'm saying? But I can never stay there, because in order to stay there, you have to be programmed. They call them just what they is. They call them, it is a program. I, way before I had any knowledge of computers, knew that only man can program. So I'm not trying to get to be a part of no program, because you're not going to program my brain. My brain, through the nostrils, through the nostrils, through the nostrils, already been programmed. That's why I am in and of the only ones who be able to understand what through the nostrils mean. He brought this to life first. That's why I am logic. I have no choice. No matter how I may feel, I am logic. I don't have a choice. I'm 66 years old. I am logic. I have no choice. He didn't let me get this far by not having logic. One more time. Only thing I seek to do is to elevate the book of life. Kiribucha, Uzima. To elevate Emmanuel, Matthew 1:23. To elevate the revelation of Emmanuel. Kiribucha. Excuse me. Agano, ya, Emmanuel. Revelations of Emmanuel. Kiswahili. One more time. Understand that this is for those to see that you can position yourself like either one of those two brothers. See what I'm saying? But see, what you can't do is if you position yourself as a little brother and you go out, that you get to come back in. No, 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 that's not a guarantee. See, it's not a guarantee. It's not for you to, hey man, he did it, I can do it. No, he did it so that those who read what he did understands choices. You can be like the brother who stayed, who the father told him, man, you ain't, what you tripping on? A cow? And everything is yours. He took his, remember, he took his. Okay, but he back. He's still my son. I still love him. He's still your little brother. Don't trip like that. It's a cow. Everything else is yours. Everything is yours. Just like he said, I ain't worried about you, homie. Why would I give you a calf? Man, please, a calf. A calf? Man, everything is yours. Remember, he got his. So what is a fat cow to feed my son? That's still my son. Now my son is even more my son because his mind is in the correct manner. He will no longer be strayed because the very first thing he said, I sinned against heaven and I sinned against you, my father. Bam! Understand, it's always about the power of God. One more time. The very first thing he said was, I sinned against heaven, and then I sinned against my earthly father. Because when you knowledge God of goals and understand God of goals, one more time, that's why I was not allowed to be raised up with my family. I was not allowed to be a part of my mother or father's life until I was a grown man. And the animosity that I had as a young man was gone. I had animosity for my mother. And then the minute I seen it, it was gone. It was gone. Before I met my mother, I had animosity. Why you let me go out of all of them? Why me? Why you didn't keep me, your baby boy? One more time. So that's why I can relate to the prodigal son. Because why she didn't keep me? Because he says so. No, 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 no. His plans, his uh, 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 his concept, and the way he want it to be, it's still gonna be beneficial to me. All I gotta do is remember who I am, just like he did, just like the baby boy did. I have sinned against heaven, and I've sinned against my father, and I'm gonna go and ask my father not to forgive me as his son, but to forgive me as a man and let me have a job. I'll work. I will work rather than ever disrespect my father, rather than ever disrespect heaven first or my father. Either way, I'm not going to do that again. And he will be true to his family for the rest of his days. One more time. Fulfillment of purpose. Understand that reading this, you can position yourself if you ever be put in that position. That's choices. You can choose to be like the older brother and stay there and go through what you got to go through, and dad got you for real. Or you can do what the baby boy did and leave. But it ain't no guarantee you get to come back. The prodigal son is a message to those who are put in a position as the prodigal son. You get a choice. Be like your big brother or be like your little brother. Choices. As always. Nigri ni Mwanzo. Gold is the beginning. In the name of She, capital S, capital H, capital I, who man Adam calls son, S-U-N. Mother Nature, Mother Earth, in the name of the true begotten Son, Emmanuel, Matthew 1:23, whose name he go with us, in the name of the true motherland, Nigeritia, which means land of the golds. Kiswahili, Tower of Babel, Kunta Kinte, Amani Kutoka Yuku, peace from above. Trip seas, trip seas, trip seas, cool, calm, collected. www, whole wide world. Do not forget today, Fuwa Wasab Siku. Happy 7th day.